All right, we have a new figure announced, and this is Gatchaman's June the Swan from Storm Collectibles. Uh, Gatchaman in the United States was called Battle of the Planets, and I was a huge fan of it when I was younger. It was being shown in the mid 1970s, and it was called Battle of the Planets. June the Swan was known as Princess, and I remember absolutely loving it. And then it went into like there was a fight over who had ownership of it, and so it was not shown on TV for decades. And now it is available again, and you can purchase Gatchaman or Battle of the Planets. Although I think Battle of the Planets is a lot harder to get. I have every episode that was released, but I think they gave up before it finished. So I also have Mark from the team, Mark Washio. So I have two problems with this figure. Number one, the face on it is not anime accurate at all. It's a much more realistic face, and clearly that was a decision that Storm Collectibles made. And even I would say that June looks better, but the bigger problem, the much bigger problem, is that as far as I could tell, Storm Collectibles only uses this kind of soft rubber or this rubber or soft plastic. And so the cape is not cloth, it is a rubber material. And unfortunately, because of the nature of it, it obscures almost his entire body. Now, there are two other capes that are more splayed out. The problem with those is the fact that there is absolutely no way this figure can stand up because the capes come out and he'll just topple over. This is the only one where he could stand. And the problem is this figure doesn't come with a stand or a brace. So unless you're going to supply your own brace, this is the only cape you can use. And like I said, it pretty much covers his body. So if they had gone with a cloth cape, it would have solved the problem. But unfortunately, Storm Collectibles does not appear to use any other materials. So we could look at her, and I think this figure looks, I think it looks really nice. I'm quite impressed. Let's see. I like the face better. Now, can this figure stand with the cape like that? I have no idea. But they would show Mark standing with the cape out like that, and he couldn't stand. So if this figure can stand, or if it's not capable of standing like that, then there's somehow using a brace or holding the figure. You can't see the bottom of the leg, so it's possible that the leg. Well, okay, there. So, but again, they would show Mark in poses that you couldn't possibly do without some kind of a brace. So it's possible there's a hidden brace in there or something that where the feet are pegged in. This figure here does not have anywhere to peg the feet in, so you simply cannot do that. Let's see here. Okay, now this is interesting. Her cape here, or her skirt here, lays down, but here it's being blown up. So she must have alternate skirts. That's interesting. Okay, so this is the cape down. There's the cape down, but it still shows a lot more of her body. So that's not that bad. That's not nearly as bad. I would prefer a cloth cape, but at least most of her body is showing, unlike with Mark. Okay, if she can stand like that, that would be pretty cool. That would be really cool. If it's not enough weight to topple her over. Yeah, I'll bet you can't do that. All right. So she's got her yo-yo bomb. Oh, and she's using it there. Okay. Little effect. Her yo-yo again. So I guess I don't know if it actually can somehow peg into her hand. Probably. It's probably an alternate hand that it can peg into. I think she looks good. I like that. June the Swan. So she's got, looks like 3 capes. Oh, because so she has several skirts, and then like, it's really hard to see. I can't really see what, but it looks like a couple yo-yos, and I guess she's got 2 heads. Either she's got 2 heads, or or the head that comes within 2 alternates. Probably 2 heads. It's coming out for $90, which seems entirely reasonable. Mark was more like 115, something like that. Still available. Coming out first quarter 2025, so that's a long way off. And Storm Collectibles has a tendency to delay. So Mark is, I'm sorry, Ken. Ken. He's Mark in the Battle of the Planets. Ken the Eagle. Ken Washio. This was another one I talked about, which is Gatchaman Metal Action God Phoenix for quite a bit of money. I did not jump on that one, 260, but I am definitely going to get June the Swan, and hopefully they'll come out with all. I mean, at the rate they're coming out with them, it's going to be a long, long time before we get all 5. But hopefully we'll get all 5. And maybe we'll get Dr. Nambu. Maybe we'll get Berg Katse and other characters. So anyway, I'm pretty excited. This will get pre-ordered by me. Gatchaman's June the Swan by Storm Collectibles, and it says it is a BBTS exclusive.